Assalamu alaikum. This podcast has been brought to you by Seekers Guidance, the global Islamic seminary. Help us spread the light of prophetic guidance to millions around the world by becoming a monthly supporter. Make a small donation at seekersguidance.org/donate. As little as $10 a month can help people find life-changing guidance.
La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah.
My wife is Christian, and if she wants to go to Sunday service, would it be permissible to go with her to support her and give her company without engaging in any of the rituals?
The basis is that one does not attend the religious services of others, right? However, allowing one's wife to go, or even dropping her off, even dropping one's spouse off, there's difference of opinion amongst the scholars. In the Hanafi school, it's not impermissible, because what you are doing is a permissible act, right? But attending is a problem, right? Because we do have a sense of what is, the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, was sent with the final revelation. And this is al-haqqul mubin, it is clear truth. And we, like any religious tradition that respects itself, does believe that this is the truth. And we have certainty in the truth of the Quran as revelation preserved, and in the truth, the veracity of the Prophet ﷺ and his teachings and their preservation. Right? So it's a serious matter, right? And each of us should take the time to learn about why we are Muslim and what that means and entails. And part of what is affirmed is that while we respect the rights of others to worship as they wish, at the same time, it's not that everyone is right. Because this logic, rationally, it could not be the case. If there's inherently contradictory claims about God, only one of those claims could be, at best, be true. There's also a rational possibility that all could be false, which is what the atheists say. We agree with the atheists to a point, right? When they say there's no God, we agree. We say, except Allah, right? Right? Illallah. Right? So the atheists got halfway there at one level. But we respect the rights of others to worship. But but normally one wouldn't go to Sunday service, etc. Right? One drops the person off, picks them up as needed, etc. If there's some occasion, then one can attend. Right? If, for example, you're on the board of a masjid and you need to attend as representing the Muslim community, for example, or some kind of interfaith dialogue, there's certain parameters where it's permitted. Or let's say there was a catastrophe and there's a service taking place and people of different faiths are present. So those kinds of things the ulama have looked at and said those are fine. But to go for Sunday service, for example, or the special occasion, no. Those things one would not, because we do have a clear sense of what is true and what is not true. And I would recommend, for example, reflecting on Surah Al-Kafirun, right, which has both a delineation of the boundaries between Iman and non-Iman, between faith and disbelief, but at the same time respecting that limit as well. So that's something that we would recommend, that we would discourage going, but one can drop off, pick up, and if there are someone dies, for example, a neighbor, a family member, whatever, one can attend there out of giving the social courtesy and respect. But beyond that, one wouldn't, especially if something is repeated. Wallahu a'lam.
La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah.
Thank you for listening. This podcast was brought to you by Seekers Guidance, the global Islamic seminary. Visit SeekersGuidance.org to access reliable Islamic knowledge taught by qualified teachers. We offer a wide range of courses, podcasts, articles, and a world-class answer service. Support us in spreading free, reliable Islamic knowledge to millions around the world by becoming a monthly supporter. Visit SeekersGuidance.org/donate and make a small monthly commitment today. Our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "Whoever guides someone to goodness will have a similar reward." So don't forget to share this podcast and spread prophetic guidance.